Hi guys. I feel like I haven't really sit down and talk for a while. Actually, there's a lot of things happen in the past 3 months, but I really don't have the time to clear up my mind and really let myself to rest and think about a lot of things. I feel like I need a time to just relax and do nothing, like really nothing. So today I want to say something in my mind and live update and doing my makeup at the same time. Actually, I tried doing my makeup while talking for many times, but it wouldn't lead to a success. Like sometimes I've been too focused on doing makeup, or sometimes I've been too focused on talking. I'm not definitely not a multitasker. Um, anyways, it would be too dark to do my makeup, even though I like the lighting, I like the vibes, I like the sunlight. Oh, there was a dog. And there are some kids playing volleyball outside, so there might be some noise. Hope you won't mind it. And I will turn on the lights. Okay, live update. I haven't been well, I'm doing my live update video. Like, I'm making another video while I haven't finished editing my vlog. Vlog. My travel vlog. There's so much to do. I mean, I have an A cut, but I haven't really, dig into detail. And also, I feel like the more I grow up, my attention spending was so bad, like, it's going worse. Anyways, it's not the point of today. Well, or maybe is my personality. Like, I'm just going here and there and starting there and that, like this, the way I'm thinking. Just today, I was replying one friend's message. I also realized that because, when they send a message, there's like a priority or there's an order. But my replying style is like, okay, I replied the first one and then the last one and then the third, the second, like it's just jumping around. But yeah, life update. I graduated. I am successfully graduated from university, so I got my bachelor degree in October. Today now is December. And there's also a big thing happen in October. There's actually a lot of thing happen. I wanted to vlog it, but I really don't have time and I really stress out, so I don't want to be like putting more works. So what I'm saying is that I have moved back to Hong Kong in December. So I've moved out of Berlin. It's really sad. I thought I would have some time to walk around and really, you know, go to the places where I've been in the first place that I arrived Berlin, but I don't even have that time to visit all the people I've met in Berlin, or the first person I've met in Berlin. I also don't have time to really say a proper goodbye to them. I can only send a message, which is sad. Here, I'm gonna tell you guys why I moved back to Hong Kong instead of keep staying in Berlin. First and foremost, this is really a big the main I would say yeah is the main reason that I moved back to Hong Kong is that I got a job. Woohoo! I got a job from Hong Kong company. So I got interviewed and then they hired me. It was in the end of September. I started working there. So I take a month of no paid leave, go back to Germany, have finished my graduation ceremony, and bring my friends and family to visit a bit of Europe, well, mainly Berlin. Um, then I packed everything. I have to move out and ship everything back to Hong Kong, and I sell every furniture I had. It's really a lot of things to do, and I could only say goodbye to, yeah, to my roommates, my friends, some of my friends, and yeah, I don't really get to say goodbye to all the people. It's actually in a rush because I only have 1 week left to pack everything because the week before I was like traveling and showing my family like house Berlin and all the thing, and also I need to use the furniture, so I can't really sell it that early, you know. Yeah, there's a lot of things happen, and I don't really have time to say goodbye to them. uh yeah, okay, it's repeated, right? Yeah. Anyways, and the second um very important reason is that my family, because uh I was planning to stay in Europe after my semester, after my exam season, after I hand in my thesis and everything, and I also planned to travel to the rest of Europe, you know, not rest of Europe, like travel around Europe. But there's some things happen. I need to fly back to Hong Kong emergency. It's my dad. He went to the hospital, and it's very very severe. It's very dangerous. Yeah, it could be like he didn't have much time left, so I need to book the ticket right away after I hand in the thesis and everything. And very luckily, I got the time to spend with the last month. Like his situation is getting better as soon as I got there, so we thought, oh, yeah, it's like he could maybe survive, you know, like because it's really getting better, like day by day. Even the doctors was saying like, oh no, he's without like emergencies and is getting more stable. So we thought things are going to a good way. But until one day, it was like super. It was like the most how'd you say that? His situation, his attitude, not situation, attitude, but you know, like not physical, but like mental situation, and he's so he seems so healthy and he knows what's going on. He could tell everyone's name. He could sing, even singing. He was having a like oxygen mask on, but then he could sing to people. He could make jokes. He could talk with us and eat the whole meal. You know, it's really like healthy. But the day after that, or 2 days after that, um, he situation suddenly turned very bad, very emergent, and they try to save his life. They try to do the what's that called, like first aid and everything to wake him up, but sadly it's not working. So he passed away in the morning in the end of July. And in the beginning of August, I'm just doing all the thing like funeral and everything is on me. I have to find um people to do funeral, you know, and there's also of course a lot of emotions going on, and I have to take care of my mother. So yada yada yada. There's, you know, like a lot of things you have to do, and also have to take care of your emotion also. But there are some things happen, some dramas happen, which I'm not gonna go deep. Yeah. So that's why I said family is another um reason that came back to Hong Kong, because uh they they need me. So yeah, that's why I came back to Hong Kong. It's also why I started looking for job in Hong Kong. I was looking for job in Berlin, but it didn't work. It's also kind of hopeless for me because I was like, I can't stay here and without a job and doing, you know, nothing. And if I wanted to apply visa again, I need the money. And where the hell is the money? So Yeah, so I decided to look for a job in Hong Kong. I was looking for a job, then I got a job. Yeah. So I started working in Hong Kong. I started my life in Hong Kong again, back to Hong Kong. In Hong Kong, we have, I don't know, it would also work the same in Ausland, like in abroad, but in Hong Kong, we have probation. So it's to, fuck, it's really hard to talk while you do makeup. Wait a minute. Wait. So after, wait, where was I? Oh, yeah. There was a probation period in Hong Kong's company. It's very common that um, they will try to see, are you suitable for the company? Are you suitable with the team? Is everything okay? Is everything fine? Then you got like after, so in for my company it's 3 months. So after this 3 month, you would get a new contract, which is like a year or so or more. The contract I am having is a 3 months contract. So the 3 month is about to hit, and my team, like my team leaders, they were asking me for a talk and something, just a review of how they see in me and how I feel about the company, about people working here. Just yeah, it's just very chill in general. It's not formal, not that formal at all. I was so emotional. I even cried, yesterday, because it's so much. It's like God, it's like so much, and it's also my first time working full time as a graphic designer. It's also first time I step into this, society. I'm still like a baby. I was studying in school and having fun in my life, just doing whatever I want without to think about money and stuff, doing my own design. And so happy. Oh God. So I really do have a lot of shock when I get into this society or when I started the job. I feel like, because when I was in school, I do a lot of design by my own or with the team. So mainly we do everything by ourselves. And I thought I already very, like, pretty nailed that well, I won't say that I'm not nailed at graphic design, but I thought like I already knew a lot of things that I could use um in work. But the real life is not like that. I mean, I'm more good at Illustrator, but for my work it requires more like Photoshop skills, which is fine. Now I'm getting used to Photoshop, and it's I'm also glad that like it's like I learned something new. Mm, yeah, and when you're doing your project, like your own project, is actually very like pretty much free. You have lots of freedom to do whatever the fuck you want. You don't have to think about, oh, will the people like it. You're mainly an artist. Well, of course you have to think about the users if you're designing something for people, uh but still mainly for free. You don't got feedback from the clients. We do have clients, but they're pretty much giving us a lot of freedom to do what we wanted to do. Yeah. So it's really fun. I feel like I was an artist. Now I feel like I am a designer. It's like I'm designing something for people, for a client. So yeah, this is a big changes, and all the things that I have learned is like I feel so powerless. I feel so useless, and I don't want to. And I think I put too much stress on myself, and I don't want to like. I don't know. Maybe I have too high expectations on myself, or it's more like uh, I realize how small I am. Like I'm nothing. This is the moment I realized that, like, I'm actually nothing. Like, yeah, I just graduated from school, and pretty much a baby in this society, It's actually a boom in me because I thought I could do a lot of design, which I'm not. And in work, I thought I have pretty much a good art sense. I thought. But then I when I go to work, I saw the other like senior designers, their work. I was like, oh my god, it's so much different. And you have to start from scratches. It's really hard. It's really depending on your art sense and stuff. So I actually learned a lot by this job. Uh, I would not say it's something I wanted to do. Of course, it's design is something I wanted to do, but the styles of design I won't say is um I won't say I love it. Well, I won't say it's the first thing I wanted to do, but I would say I love working here because I can learn a lot, and I have a good I have good colleagues, so it's really fun to work here, and we don't have much restrictions, or we are very being honest to each other, straightforward, and also having fun or joking sometimes. So it's really a good team, I would say. Uh, ooh. So yeah, back to where did I stop? Why did I bring it up? Uh, yeah. So back to I thought was I can do a lot of things, and turned out I can't. Really can't. I really don't have that good art sense that I have to admit. I have to humble myself, which is super. I don't know, destroying. I think it's way too much things happen in my life in the past 3 months. Wait, November, October, September. September was fine. Like nothing really happened in September. No, I was working. Yeah, I was working. It's just I don't know. I lost the memory of September, but August, July. It's like July, August. Okay, the past 6 months. There's so much happened in the past 6 months, and I don't know. I haven't really sit down and like think about it because I don't have the time. So my dad passed away, and I have to do the funeral, and there's drummers, and I have to find a job, and I get a job, and then I have to go back to Germany to like move out and graduations, and quickly go back here, go back to work again. I think when you start working, you don't have time to think about all those things, and I feel like I don't really have time to process everything that happened in front of me. It's not only that I found a job, like it's not only I shift from university to working space. It's not only my identity shifts, but it's also I switch the whole place. Like I won't say I'm used to, but I was living in Berlin for 3 years, and suddenly I have to turn it over and move back to Hong Kong, and everything feels like going back to where I was 3 years ago. Like I watched a podcast, and she was also go back to her little town after graduation. I think now she moved out. I saw her vlog, but yeah, like I knew that feeling. Like you feel like is you go back to the very first stage, and I have to say there's a lot I have to confront. There's cultural difference because now I am different than who I am like 3 years ago when I was like never living abroad. My point of view is different. The things I see are more broaden, 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 broaden. Pardon. Yeah, I'm more broad. the thing is that I don't really have time to process all the thing that I like, the past 3 years in Berlin. I don't have time to process that. I don't have time to process I'm leaving and I have to get back to work and I'm so tired. I don't really have time to think of all those things. Like, it's not that I don't have time, it's like I don't have a moment that I am slow down and do nothing and think about all the things and sit down and talk. I don't even have this time. Now it's December. It took me like 2 months later to talk about all these things that happen. So it's really, I don't know. And also, I feel like because I went back to Hong Kong, I kind of getting very fast paced. Everything is so fast. I also kind of merge into it. I go back to the very fast pace living styles, doing everything fast and impatient and getting burned out a lot. I don't know. It's just a lot happening. This city is so packed, and lots of things happen in front of you, which you don't really have time or you don't really have a space to sit down and clean out your head and do nothing and think nothing. You can't, because you can't really find a place where there's no one, only you, to sit down, be alone. It's so different in Berlin because Berlin's so big, and I feel like it's too polar. Hong Kong is like way too packed, way too stressful, way too suppressed. Is it the word? And while Berlin is like, yeah, there's also a lot of things happen in Berlin, but mostly in winter, there's no one in the street, and it's kind of scary, and it's so boring. If you don't go to party and stuff, and I don't know, it's just way too less people, I would say, and way too nothing happen. Yeah, I don't know. Is it because Hong Kong is a big city? No, it's not a big city. You know what I mean. Like, not physically big, but like it's a big city. There's a lot of people and there's a lot of things happen in a day. Yeah, and I have to shift back to like I have all these culture experience. I was so used to living abroad and like having small talks with people, but while in Hong Kong no one does that. And I I have to find new friends again because, well, it's not saying I'm abandoned all my old friends, but it's like things that I saw is different, and I can't always just hanging out with my old friends. I need to broaden my social circle. But there's also one thing I'm very frustrated about is that um in Hong Kong it's so hard to find new friends. Or maybe it's just me, I don't know. But today and tomorrow I will be hanging out with new friends. Also, but last week I also met some new friends. So yeah, maybe, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I was about to say that it's so easy for me to meet new friends in Berlin. I literally can just go in the street and ask people, and then we became friends. Like, I literally have two friends that I asked in the street, and we be friends. And oh, also one cultural different things is that I love telling people you look amazing today. I love your outfit, like in the street. But in Hong Kong it's so awkward to do that. Like, no one's really do that, and everyone's walking so fast. I can't even like, hey, you there. And everyone's on have their headphones on. Well, I also did that, have my headphones on. But yeah, it's like no one really have time to appreciate someone, or no one really have time to talk with strangers. And yeah, most of the people, they don't want to talk with strangers. Well, I understand that, but I think because I'm in Berlin, I was in Berlin, I'm a foreigner, so it's just makes me much more open-minded, or I don't mind to shout out to someone in the street. But when I'm back to Hong Kong, I'm the locals now. I feel the stress. I don't know why. This is something different, like you as a foreigner in a place and you are in your motherland in a place. But this also contradicting feeling. It's a mixed feeling. Like I love being a foreigner. Meanwhile, I also love being at home. It's always feel good to be at home. Like I really love some street food in Hong Kong, which is very hard to find in Berlin unless you do it yourself. But here, when I get off from work, I was like, I want to treat myself. I want to have an egg tart. I want to have a egg waffle or whatever. I can just go to one of my favorite bakery and get it. It's so easy. And pineapple bun, hello? You can't find it in Berlin. I mean, maybe you could, but yeah, it's just so hard. So there's something I miss being at home. And there's a lot of locals thing that I love in Hong Kong, which you won't see it in Berlin. And but in Berlin I am a foreigner, so yeah. I don't know, it's really a mixed feeling. At one point I was like, I love meeting foreign people, like people from different countries and not just stuck in one circles. Um but I I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what's my point anymore. Oh, there was another thing. I don't know. Have you guys heard of reverse culture shock? It's like you adopted some cultural things from another country, and already you already get so used to it, and when you come back to here, come back to your motherland, uh, they don't do it, and you get a reverse culture shock. That's the term. Um, and I won't say it's culture shock for me, but it's more like I don't get used to it. When people sneeze, I always want to say bless you, but I can't say that in Hong Kong. People like, okay, unless they have more international background. I don't know. That is also something I really don't like about. It's like I don't. If you know, Berlin is a very liberal city. It's so like, and I was 18 when I was there. Like is really, I think it's really a good time to like kind of build up all the new things. And I saw so many new stuffs, and it's like really whoa, mind blowing. I'm not like whoa, but it's like wow, like because I'm a very open minded person, so like oh my god, wow, like that, and like my like is another level of, it's like it's totally turned over your whole view or your whole knowing of this world. Yeah, so all the thing that I've seen, the people that I've met, it's really built me like an older version of me. Like when you're not teenager, well, I was a teenager, but when you're not high schooler anymore, and then you learned a lot of things, and it's building my values now. I would say most of my value, part of it, or like maybe 50% of my value was really built by the past 3 years. Like the value I have now, I would say. It's not like the value well, not past 3 years, but past 4 years since I graduated high school. Yeah. Yeah. Because it's like, it's really hard to say. It's hard for me to explain the whole, like, all the thing that I've seen in the past 3 years. And it's really makes me reflect it a lot, and I've been growing a lot, like here and here, like the thoughts and everything. And yeah, it's just like another level. Like, but yeah, uh, I, I, I lost my words. Like I was questioning something that I've never questioned about, and I would see in the other side of the world there are people who live like that. Like so. It's just so interesting to see. I think if you guys have the chance, it's really like I really recommended you guys to go study overseas to somewhere very far away from your hometown. Is really interesting. And of course, if you move away, don't just stick with your people, but also meet some other people from other culture, you know. I see the life there. I see all the things there, you know. I feel like in Hong Kong, I don't know, is it Asia problem or at least what where I grow up, there's a way, there's a path for you to be successful. In the other side of the world is really different. Like people literally don't care about, well, not all of them, but but there are some people who really doing something for their passion, and they don't really care about the age, they don't really care about the money, you know. Because I feel like in Hong Kong there's like, okay, you have to have this done by 30, you have to have this done by 20s, you have to finish your school, like university, at 23 and or 20 or 20 whatever. And like there's always a goal in each age, and they will be like, okay, as soon as you finish uni you have to go straight to work, which what I'm doing right now. um but in Europe it's so different. I saw some people still study in their 30s. Some of my classmates or some of the people that I know, they still studying when they're 28, or they take a pause and then, I don't know, work or travel around and come back to study again, you know. Like it's so much variety that it could be. But in Hong Kong I feel like it's like, no, you have to do this and that, otherwise your real life is not perfect. You have to work this way. This is the only way to do it. You have to, I don't know, once you graduate high school you have to go to uni. Once you get graduate from uni you have to get to work. And if you don't get to work, if you're traveling around, if you're taking a pause, or if you do whatever, it's failure. It's failure. Well, this might be a hard word. This might be too hard. Maybe not failure, but like you're not living. You're not living right, you know. But there's no wrong and right, you know, in people's life. Some people, including myself, sometimes I will have some restriction regarding to age. So I was like, okay, by this age I should have done something. By this age I should have already have some accomplishment. But you know, life is actually not a competition. It's not like who's doing the most in this age, who's having the most blah 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 in this age. It's more like you find your own path and you're happy with it, and you're happy with the things that you're doing, and you're finding something you really wanted to do, which is something I'm trying to find out. Cause now, so a year ago I was working part-time in a bubble tea shop, in a cafe, whatever, and I was really sad. I was not happy with the job because it's not something I wanted to do, you know? Like, I don't want to make bubble tea as like, is it gonna be the rest of my life? I know, of course, it's temporary, but deep down in my heart, it's like, what am I doing here? Like, why am I spending those time instead of doing design, instead of really meeting some designers and stuff? But now I am a designer. I'm still not happy with. Well, now I'm happy, but I was not happy about it. I was like, this is not the design I want to do. Maybe, what if graphic design is really not the thing that I want in the end? But now I'm happy, I think, and which leads me to something. I was like, you know, okay, when I look back to the time where I was working in a bubble tea shop, I'm actually, well, I won't say is the job that I wanted to do, but the people that I met there, the experience that I had is really priceless and is really memorable. It's really lovely. all the people I met, and they helped me a lot. Actually, I really think I'm very lucky because wherever I go, I always meet the kind people. Yeah, as my energy. Okay, I always met good people and kind people around me, so I'm really happy about that. Like in my job and in my whole life in Germany, there's people helping me. And I also heard some people, they are like, oh, German people are so bad, they are so not help, like so not kind, not friendly. I was like, no, all the German people I met, they are super friendly and super nice, super sweet. Yeah, so shout out to you guys. But no, only the people I met in Berlin, I will say. Like, I need to be clarified, not all the German, but like the people I met in Berlin. So I wanted to say that, uh, and now I am not happy with what I'm designing. This is not what I wanted to design. So make me think about, okay, so what actually I wanted to design, what actually I wanted my design to be, what actually I wanted to do in my whole life. Like, what is the goal of my life? What is the point? What I wanted to do and what would makes me happy? Like, this is something I wanted to figure out recently or in today or tomorrow. I don't know. Like, I wanted to figure out what I really want in life. I want to have a goal, and I want to, chasing that goal to, because I don't have much time left. It's not like I'm gonna die tomorrow. But it's like, I'm already 22. Okay, now we're talking about age again. I was just the one saying age doesn't matter. Anyways, so I'm already 22. I feel like, of course, age doesn't matter at the point. But of course, there will be some rules. Like, okay, well, let's say I just don't want to waste my 20s. I just don't want to waste my 20s on things that I don't want to do. So I want to find out what I wanted to do. To be clear, okay, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's why I wanted to find out what I wanted to do, because I don't want to waste my 20s. Like, I don't want to be in 30 and then I look back what I've done in my 20s and I getting regret of it. Yeah. And if you have a goal, you will work on it. I don't know about you, but I will work on it. And so in these 2 years, I can work on my goal and I can save some money, because I really wanted to go working holiday and I really want to do my master, and I really need money to do all those things. So yeah, I wanted to do that and just keep believing in it and keep living my life. So this is something that I wanted to find out recently, what I wanted to do with my life and what I wanted to bring from my design. Like, what's the message, how I wanted to um contribute, not contribute, but interact with the world. When I was working, sometimes I have existential crisis. I don't know, is everyone experience it, but I always have existential crisis. I was like, what am I doing here? Why am I here? What am I doing this for? Like, why am I wasting my life here? But sometimes, as I told you, I learned a lot from this job. I got a lot of things, a lot of precious memory from my last job, and I really feel like sometimes you just have to look at what you had, be grateful about it, instead of seeing what you lack. And like, it's always the rules. It's always the only thing can make you happy, can make you live in the moment. It's like, look at what you have right now, instead of complaining what you don't have, or instead of thinking about, oh, I should have done this and that, or regretting. Like, there's not much time for you to regret, and I really have a lot of things that I wanted to do. Oh god. Hi, welcome back. I finished my makeup finally. Yay. I really couldn't do makeup with I really couldn't multitask, can I? Well, yeah. I I kind of forgot what I wanted to say, but I checked the video. What's the last thing I was saying? I still have no idea what I wanted to say. I would like to turn off the light and see. Oh, creepy movie. Oh, I like it actually. Not a creepy movie. I like the lighting. Yay! Suddenly, fake check. No. I think all I wanted to say, or what I wanted to tell myself, is to live in the moment and believe in it. You would do it and know what you wanted to do. This is the most important thing, I think, because what I'm doing right now is not the ultimate goal that I wanted to be. Well, I'm already a graphic designer, which is something I really wanted to do since 3 years ago. But what kind of things I wanted to design, I still haven't figured it out yet, but I will get there. And now this job or this the thing that I'm designing right now might not be the thing that I wanted to do, might not be my goal, but like just know why you were doing it because I knew that it will be benefits for my future. It will help me to build up more opportunities. It will help me to build up more skill sets, all the things that is actually connected or bonding to my future, and it's building me, and uh, also just I think I need to remind myself to live in the moment more, like live in the moment more bit because every time I was working, I was thinking other things else. And once I am a graphic designer now, I wanted to do the other thing, but I think there's nothing like I my desire will not be um feed, is it the word? I don't know, like my desire will be endless if I keep thinking of, oh, I don't like what I'm doing now, because it's so contradicting. Like when I was living abroad, I want to go back home. When I'm at home, I want to leave abroad. I want to live abroad. When I was not a designer, I wanted to be a designer. When I am a designer, I don't want to be a designer. It's I guess I am just not enjoying the life at the moment. I am not seeing the things in front of me. I am not grateful for what I have right now. And I know, oh, I finally remember what I wanted to say is that, I always feel so negative with life. Like, oh, I'm the term that is optimistic pessimist. I don't know, is it the right word? But something like that, Like, I am at a point, I am so optimistic to the others. Like, when people have problems, they come to me, I'm always seeing the bright side, or a lot of time, I always see the bright side of things. But at another point, I'm also don't see the meaning of life, and I'm also thinking, oh, yeah, I would die with no regrets. Like, if I have to die today, I will die today. Like, I don't really treasure the life that I have right now. But not recently, but like yesterday, I think yesterday or someday, that I was thinking, like, those sentences, they're like, oh, being alive is such an amazing thing, and it's like, you should be grateful that you could be alive. It doesn't really hit me. I was like, yeah, I don't care, like, you could end me, you could take me today. I don't really care about life at all. But is it yesterday or someday? I forgot. Something happened. Maybe with my work or with my job and everything. Or I found something to do, or I don't know. It could be a lot of things. I really don't know what brings me to that. But that's the very first time. Not the first time, but it's like that's the very rare time that I feel like, oh my god, it's so amazing to be alive, or it's so amazing, or no, it's the very first time that I'm grateful that I am alive, or I'm grateful that I have another day um to be alive, because I don't know what it's that. I don't know where does it came from, I really don't. Yeah, because all the time I am doubting the meaning of life or the meaning of living or why people are being so positive about living or about being alive, Like, I'm really doubting that, and I'm not a fan. I feel like it's like I don't really feel grateful that, oh, another day started. I'm so grateful. I am so grateful that I'm alive. I don't know how the hell to explain it, but today or yesterday or today, I forgot that I am grateful about, oh, I can actually live one more day, to do the things that I want to do. And yeah, what is exactly that? I really don't know. But yeah, just be happy, be grateful to live your life and to do the things that you want and to see things in the moment and to be the person you want to be, Ah, don't follow, don't listen to what the others say, don't listen to what the world tells you to do, just do your own thing, you get there, just live a happy life. I couldn't say happiest because it won't be, if there will not be an end, there will not be a point that you feel happiest because there always will be more happier. Yeah, just live happier or just live in the moment. You can also not feel anything but living in the moment and be more grateful, be more mindful with what's is going on right now, with what's going on in the world. Yeah, in things near you. Yeah, I guess this is for today. Yeah, it's actually so funny because I think 2 days later, then I will go back to work again. It's like, oh, every Friday. I know, every Friday I feel so alive. I was like, oh my god, it's so good to be alive. I feel like I own my life again. But every Monday I was like, back to work again. But a week is really fast. It's really like fly, But I still haven't do all the things I needed to do. Now I'm panic. Am I? I don't really. I have a lot of things I need to find out. Like I need to manage my money. I need to buy something that I've been procrastinating to buy. I need to do a lot of things. Oh, by the way, I'll show you guys this. Like, ooh, it's gonna match my. I still haven't. No, it's not this one. I still haven't editing my video. Fuck. 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 What the actual fuck? What the fuck? See ya. Ciao.